What's up, people of the internet? It's Ryan, and you've probably seen me from more of Chris's videos. Sometimes I'm annoying him, sometimes I'm opening packs with him, sometimes we're the best of friends, sometimes we're the worst of enemies. But yeah, he asked me to do a Cardfight Vanguard deck profile, I guess you call it. But this is me. This is my Seeker deck, and this can vary from what you use. This is what I say is good and, well, good for me. So, no G units, just all Legion. So we're going to get right into it with Advanced Party Seeker File. It's a forerunner like most starters are, and its skill is when the Vanguard is Legion, you may pay the cost. If you do, search for one Blaster Blade Seeker, call it to rear guard, and shuffle your deck. Basically, trying to get that free retiring skill. Next is Light Source Seeker Alfred. He's a good grade 3, but wouldn't recommend running a lot of him because he's kind of cloggy in some forms. He has 2 skills. Its first skill is if this card is Legion during your turn, it gains 1,000 power for each of your other units with Seekers, so it can gain 6,000 total plus Legion. And if the rear guards are 5 or higher, this unit gains +1 critical. And its skill is Counterblast 2 with Seeker in its name, basically the entire deck except for one card, which we'll get to later. Search for a Seeker, call it to rear guard, and shuffle the deck. I like it. It's a good searcher, good caller, and its power is very nice. Anyway, 2 Seeker Sacred Wingulls, or I call it Greater Dog, Undertale references. Ha 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 ha, camera. And its skill is when it's Legion, search deck for 1 grade 2 or greater Seeker, call it to rear guard, and shuffle the deck. Basically, any of the 2 to 3s I'm about to show you. But take my word for it. Take someone else's word for it. Their Seekers are really good, and hopefully you get a chance to play with them. But its also skill is when it attacks a Vanguard, it gains 2,000 power until the end of that battle, even if it's not Legion. So it's a good power. It's a good first stride, or who knows? Maybe it's a good Legion and get something to retire something. Anyway, we have 1 Forthright Seeker Egbert. I like Egbert because not only is he a good choice for Vanguard or rear guard, his skill is Counterblast 2 with Seeker in its name. If this unit is Legion and the number of your units with Seeker in its name is 4 or more, Counterblast 2 with Seeker in its name, and this unit gets 5,000 power and +1 critical, and it also has the effect like Sacred Wingull. When it attacks the Vanguard, it gains 2,000 till the end of turn. All those effects are for when it is in the Vanguard. Anyway, we come to the one non-Seeker in this deck. We have White Dragon Knight Pendragon. It's a limit break. At the beginning of your main phase, look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Search for 1 grade 3 Royal Paladin from among them. Ride it and shuffle the deck. So basically how you use this in this deck is you ride it. You get 4 damage. You ride it. During the start of the main phase, search top 4. Search top 5. There's 1 in there, great. If it's not, you can shuffle your deck and hopefully get more triggers. But when it's placed onto the Vanguard, it gains 5,000 till the end of turn. So it's good for when you want to either attack with it or ride with it. I almost said stride. My bad. But yeah. People usually run more grade 3s than me, but I feel that too many grade 3s spoil the Vanguard, you know? Anyway, we have 2 Natural Talent Seeker Valrods. These are the vanillas that came in the structure deck. There was a structure deck for most of what I'm about to show you, but mostly it came from it came with basic, like anyone would. It came with the Sacred Wingull. It came with something called It came with another natural talent seeker, but I can't remember its name right now. But, yep. Vanilla, 10k beater, good for Vanguard, Rearguard, or whatever you want to do with it. So, yep, on to the next one. We have 4 Blaster Blade Seekers. Its skill is when it's placed onto the Rearguard. If I have a Seeker Vanguard, Counterblast 1, retire a grade 2 or higher Rearguard. The main focus of that is, well, either it's Legion, Call to Rearguard, shuffled back with Seeking the Mate. But I always had a problem with that, calling them mates. Why can't you just say my partner or something? Because when I think of mate, I think of Australia. You know? Anyway. Moving on, we have 2 Great Crossbow Seeker Gildas. Got one more. One more drink, not one more card. Anyway. When the Vanguard is Legion, Counterblast 1, search the deck for 1 Seeker in its name, call it to Rearguard, and shuffle the deck. It's basically another searcher, but this one depends on Legion, and this one actually came in the structure deck, and I'm kind of glad for that, because that would have been a pain to get. Anyway, moving on. We have 2 of the special intercepts, as they call it in Japanese. We have 2 Bladgall Seekers. 2 of the doggies. Love it. Anyway, this card allows, it's basically, if it intercepts, it gets 5,000 power, 5,000 shield until the end of turn. My bad. But, it's good for when you want to have your opponent waste an attack, because, let's face it, people hate intercepts. They hate it with a passion. And, especially if you're going up against Aquaforce. Dang. But enough of that. On to the last grade 2. We have 1 Full-Blown Seeker Cedric. And I hear what you're saying, but you need 2 of them for Egbert, right? No. This one could be good for either Rearguard or Vanguard, 9,000 power, like most of them. Its skill is for the Rearguard, but if you have it in Vanguard, it's a good 9,000 beater. When it attacks, if you have a Vanguard Seeker, Seeker Vanguard, whatever you want to say, it gains 3,000 power until the end of the battle. Basically, what most of the, 3 of what the grade 3s do. But anyway, moving on to the grade 1s and Morikawa's apparently kryptonite. For not Seeker Youthful Mage, it's good for if you call it to Rearguard to boost, or you call it to Vanguard to attack with. It's a good grade 1 in general. Counterblast 1, it gains 1,000 power to the end of the turn. So it can either give power to boost, or if you want, it could be a good attacker if you need it to be. But anyway, moving on. We have 1 on a Seeker Cedric. Like I said, most of this stuff came in the structure deck. And with its skill, if I have a Vanguard Seeker, it gains 3,000 power. Basically, what Cedric does. But with this one, it could be a good booster. It could be a good Vanguard. It could be a good Rearguard because its skill is Rearguard. But like I said, if you just buy some of the structure deck, you'll have a pretty good deck in general. But moving on, we have 2 Seeker Subrummies, or as people call him, Foxy from Five Nights at Freddy's. He's good for when you need to get some power in your Vanguard or Rearguard. If you have 3 or more Seekers in your Vanguard or basically in your front row, basically a Legion or this card, it gains 3,000 power at the end of turn, and which is good because Royal Paladins tend to call a lot. And speaking of calling, we have 2 Bravogall Seekers. These little wolves allow you to, when this boosts a Seeker and the attack hits a Vanguard, retire it, search deck for 1 Seeker in its name, call it to Rearguard at the rest position, and shuffle your deck. And I like this one because it allows you to, even if you have a grade 1 Vanguard, you can call, say, this, anything you want to the rear guard. So I think it's a good grade 1 for the rear guard. Anyway, 1 Seeker Rune Eagle. This is the booster for when your Vanguard is Legion. It gains 4,000 power when it's boosting a Legion Vanguard. So Alfred could be 35, Wingull could be 32, or any one of the other Vanguards you want to do. Anyway, next we have 2 Heaven Arrow Seeker Lunate. When the unit attacks a Vanguard, if you have 4 other units with Seeker in its name on the Vanguard or rear guard, it gains 3,000 power. Like I said, it's a good attack. It's a good rear guard, Vanguard, whatever you want to put it. Anyway, we're moving on to the 3 Quintet Walls, which is Seeker Plume Wall Angel. I prefer this over most Perfect Guards in Legion decks because with Perfect Guards you have less cards in your hand to guard with, and with Plume Wall Angel you can actually get the Legion all set up and ready. Counterblast 1, when it's placed on the Guardian Circle from hand, pay the cost, which is the Counterblast. If you do, call 5 cards from the top of the deck to the Guardian Circle at rest position. Basically, guard with the top 5 cards of your deck plus this card. That's all I can say about that. But I still like to run 1 of the Perfect Guard for those just in case matters, the Defending Seeker. Discard a card and nullify the attack. And onto the triggers, we have the basics. We have the 4 heal, 4 stand, 4 critical, and 4 draw. But it's up to you whether you want to do it. People ask me why I run the draw and stand triggers, because if you need more cards in your hand, draw triggers are good. And if you want to stand something else, stand triggers are good. But that's the end of this deck profile, and hope you guys enjoyed it. Had some insight of it. Out of all the Royal Paladins, I think the Seekers stand out most to me. Because if you have Alfred and its Legion with its Melee Blaster Blade Seeker, wish I had the Legion rare of these, but anyway, activate skill, Counterblast, call something to rear guard. If you have 4 cards in hand, put it all there, and you're basically golden. So anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, subscribe to my friend. He's a really good. Check out some of the other Cardfight, Vanguard, or Yu-Gi-Oh videos if you like. But anyway, thank you guys again for watching, and I'd like to remind you, imagination is your best asset. See you later.